I'll check the air in the tires. I like to go take my hand and put it underneath the exhaust pipe right here, see if there's any leaks. And it looks like there might be just a little hair of a leak down here. And like I said, I like to keep the engine fairly clean. It's dusty and dirty right now due to the summer, but I like to keep it fairly clean so that way I know if I see a new leak that I know that it is a new leak. And I'll tighten down my intakes here. Carburetor's running good. I'm going to have to put on my reserve choke one of these days. This cylinder head deal is working good. And the new battery, what it should do is give me more juice at top speed. Because remember, the battery power has to go up into the coil, and the coil sparks, takes a little bit of juice and turns it into a lot of juice, sends it down to this line and right through the spark plug and fires it off. Now if you have a spark problem, you may not notice it at low speed, but at high speed you will. I had a real big problem one time where everything was perfect. The battery was new. This is a tip of the day. The battery was new, the spark plug was new, the connections were perfect, and it would cut out at really high speeds. I couldn't figure it out. What had happened is right down here is the flywheel, as you can see. And if you look around here, there's some dust down there, but there is no oil that I can see. Well, maybe there is. Anyway, if you get any oil inside here in these windings, it won't hurt the magnets or any of it, but what it will do is it will stop and stutter the spark at high speed. So if you put your hand underneath here and feel, and there's nothing down there but dirt, but if you feel oil down in there, what that means is that your crank seal on this side, on the right hand side, is leaking. And usually the crank seal leaks because the crankshaft is a little tiny bit wobbly, and what it's doing is it's turning wobbly, and it's causing the seal to enlarge and leak just a little bit of oil. So that's another tip. If you happen to have a spark problem, this alternator has got to put out a tremendous amount of juice or electricity to run. It has to run this water pump right here. It has to run all these gauges. It has to run the light. Matter of fact, I wish I had a thing I could turn the light off with for tomorrow. But like I said, don't experiment on race day. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not going to go tear this apart tonight, trying to figure out how to tear it apart, only to be told tomorrow that, well, due to drag racing regulations, you have to have the light on. Which, I don't know, you may not, but I'm not going to mess with it. The radiator is working well. I do want to try another radiator, just for the heck of it next year. And what I will do is I will go on eBay and get one of those like CR125s or YZ125s or those type of radiators. You can get them for pretty cheap, used. And everything's working good except for my plastics are getting real old. And hell, if I go and buy new plastics, I might as well buy a new bike. Speaking of new bikes, I'd just like to give a shout out. I was at the Honda shop buying this battery here. They have a new Honda 125 and a 150 scooter, which is absolutely cool looking. It looks like one of those Japanese, they call them King or Emperor scooters or something like that. And the thing is, the 125 was like $3,300, $33.49. But if you wanted the 150, it was only $50 more. And I was going, boy, that really looks nice. And I was going, okay, I want that, and plus I want that orange and black CBR 600. Yeah, I'll take them both, thank you. Make sure there's enough gas in them. Just put them in the back of my new Escalade, and we'll do it up. Now, if your battery, we'll get to the next one.